All right, so as promised, the tour of what's going on in the background. This is the rectangle class that I have created. You don't need to know a lot of this stuff. You will eventually, by the end of the course, know how to do all of this. But I just want to show you, I guess what I really want to highlight to you here, ignoring all this stuff to begin with, this is the display method that you're calling. You don't really need to worry about it too much. Um, but you can see, I think what I would want to focus on here is like what methods do you have available to use? You have a display method to make the rectangle appear. You have a move method to make the rectangle move. You have a set fill. I actually set up set fill in a couple different ways. We can either pass in a single value or we can pass in the individual RGB values and it will work either way. Let's see, I probably have to update this a little bit. No, actually that should be okay like that. And then some other methods I have available to you, being able to access the X, being able to access the Y. You can also set the X or set the Y. So if you want to move is going to move the rectangle by or move the object by a certain amount. If you want to actually just move it to a certain location on the screen, we could use set X or set Y. Similarly, I have a lot of things here of like being able to access the width of the rectangle, or you could also change the width. So if you no longer want to be, maybe when it hits the wall, it's going to flatten like a pancake, hits the wall, and we're going to change the width. Some things you can mess around with in there. You can also set the stroke. You can mess around with the stroke as much as you want, like letting it have an outline or not have an outline. There's a few different things to kind of play around with in here. So I'm going to stop it there. It's just a kind of basic overview of a couple files that I made for you that can hopefully make your life a little bit easier, make it easier to create some very complex programs, but without having to keep track of like a million variables.